Hello?
Hi, is that Glenn?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Glenn. How are you doing today?
Great.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for taking the time to join us. We represent an internal consulting group for a significant retailer, and we're exploring the option of creating a network of trade schools or partnerships with several education programs to increase the amount of skilled labor available. And hence why we initially reached out to GLG, and they forwarded us to you. And we just wanted to get your expertise in general about creating education programs and what your experience has been in the past. So, if you're okay with it, just to kick off, could you tell us a bit about yourself and your background and what your experience has been so far?
Sure. Excuse me. I worked for about almost 35 years for a large engineering and construction firm, a Fortune about a 140 firm, headquartered in the U.S. They had about 60,000 employees around the globe. And I'm a mechanical engineer by degree and did a lot of different things for them, through operations. But the last 9 years, our CEO asked me to head up our HR and administration organization. So that's what I did the last, 9 years of my career. And during my whole career, I participated in, and when I was leading HR administration, helped set up some of what we did as far as alliances with different kinds of schools, everything from obviously university level schools for engineering, and we actually had some of our own schools that we created for, I'll say, the craft workers we needed in construction, so like for welders and whatnot. Also, was an executive sponsor for the University of Texas at one time, so pretty familiar with how the program runs and also what to expect out of those programs. And we had partnerships even with high schools in different regions because we needed access to labor, and we felt it was worth it, and it definitely pays off. But it does take a lot of energy and effort, and it takes a pretty long-term commitment to stay in contact with the school. It's probably the biggest thing. The other thing we learned is, depending on what kind of workers you're looking for, a lot of states have money available that they'll either give to help, not to the company, but also to the school, like in a matching form, if you're setting up a new program or something to educate, especially for the non-college bound high school graduate, or even some of the high schools have matching funds if you want to do something at the high school level as well.
Fantastic. So could we, I think the part that we'd be interested about is to learn more about how those initial partnerships were formed. It looks like you partnered with many universities, many trade schools. How did you guys initially go about that? Was there a central template that you extended out to partners, and how did you go about choosing the schools?
Yeah, there's a philanthropic component to partnering with schools, because it just kind of makes sense to kind of go in with that kind of a lead. What we did is we had a standard template, and what we were looking for were schools that would help develop people that had the skill sets for the people we were trying to hire, knowing that they could also go work for our competitor, but just increasing the pool of talent was important. And we felt if we helped the school, our name would be present, and so we'd have better access to hiring, I'll say, the better graduates out of that school. So the way we targeted them is by region. So different offices that we had around, let's pick on the U.S., they would create relationships with either trade schools or at the high school level. And a lot of times it was based upon a relationship that one of the employees had with the school. And so we actually, as part of our